T-shirt of the day. Party on, dudes. Hey guys, Dominic from Genuine Reels and Alien Covenant, Ridley Scott's follow-up to the movie Prometheus, hits theaters this week, and I took a look back at the 2012 film Prometheus because I think this was a very divisive movie. People either loved it or hated it. They didn't, maybe like what it added to the alien mythology. Perhaps people were thinking it was going to be more of an alien movie. So let's start with the pros of this movie. Now, first of all, this is probably about the 5th time I've seen this movie, rewatching it. That includes the theater experience. I saw this at an IMAX 3D showing, and it was amazing. It was a very immersive experience. You felt like you were on the planets. You felt like you were on the ships. And this is one of the strongest points of this movie. Even watching it on my home Blu-ray player, it is beautifully shot. I mean, Ridley Scott knows how to make a beautiful movie when he's working with certain cinematographers. The Martian was another movie that was beautiful. Even if you go to movies like Gladiator, these are beautifully shot movies. The movie story is very similar to Alien, of course. A space team basically stumbling across something. But these astronauts, if you will, are looking for something more. They're looking for the meaning of life, and they stumble upon some scary shit. One of the things about this movie is it took an element in Alien, a very mysterious element, the element of the space jockey, which was this mysterious thing on the ship in the opening of the movie, and it kind of answered some questions. It took some liberties. You had these pale, bold creatures. No, not me, but you had these pale, bold creatures that kind of resembled that guy from the movie Powder. You know the movie Powder if you grew up in the 90s. It's sad, depressing. Spoons, he gets beat up. All right, whatever. But anyway, it kind of looked like him. Not really much of, left to the imagination as far as like what was under those suits. It's just bald, pale guys. Simple as that. I mean, you have a great cast with people like Naomi Rapace, or whatever the hell you pronounce her name. I'm going to butcher everybody's name right now. Idris Elba, Charlize Theron, that guy that kind of looks like Tom Hardy but isn't Tom Hardy. You know the guy. He kind of faded away into obscurity now. And you also have Michael Fassbender playing the robot David. Now, the movie starts off very strong. Then there's a line it kind of crosses, I think, towards the end of the movie where some violence happens and it's awesome, and there's some CGI and some stuff may be practical, but then it kind of goes overboard and becomes like cartoonish. And I will say this was the first time watching this movie that I was so conscious of that. Being older and watching it, saying like, all right, maybe we're doing a little bit much with this. And then of course you have Guy Pearce showing up in this movie you see him in the beginning with his, he's an old character, he's got old makeup on, very heavy, very like Jack with Robin Williams, very actually towards the end of this movie, he reminded me of Dan Aykroyd from Nothing But Trouble, very like, the nose falling off and stuff, very, this is how I have mine, I should just eat them straight, whatever the hell he says in that movie. But past the cheesy stuff, the question, is this a good movie? Is this a bad movie? I think it is a good movie. I think it's a good, fun movie that's set in the world of Alien, but when I went to go see this movie, I didn't have high expectations. I also saw from the trailers that they were kind of dabbling in some other stuff where I wasn't expecting a full-on sequel to Alien. Now, of course, you get the little Easter egg at the end of the movie where you see the earliest version of the creature popping up. But the thing is, looking back on this movie, I remember when this movie came out, and whatever, it was getting love or hate, I remember Ridley Scott saying the next one would be even further away from Alien. Now, don't hold me to this quote, but I remember that's pretty much what he said, that it was going to be its own story, it was going to continue to go in a different direction. And then, there were some elements that were probably going to tie up in the end, of course, to Alien. Now what we're seeing from the Alien Covenant trailers and all that, we're seeing that this movie, they kind of did the opposite. They were kind of like, hey, let's just do what people like, let's go back to Alien. So right off the bat, calling it Alien Covenant shows this, and the creature, of course. So I always kind of wonder what the direction of the series would have went in had people really, really loved Prometheus. But overall, a good movie. I think if I had to give this a star rating out of 5 stars, I would give it 3.5. I'd probably rest it at 3.5. You kind of flip a coin and do like 3 out of 5 stars, but I'm going to go 3.5 because I do enjoy it, and I even enjoy the cheesy elements. And I personally enjoy the added mythology to the Alien franchise. I'm looking forward to Alien Covenant. I'm seeing that Alien Covenant is definitely very, very Alien versus being very, very Prometheus, but I hope that they keep enough elements that have been established in Prometheus to make it an enjoyable movie that kind of, you know, walks the line of being both. So guys, tell me what you think of Prometheus. Is it a movie you loved? Is it a movie you hated? Let me know in the comments below. Check out the other videos, guys. Check out the comedy sketches. And of course, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.